Hi, I'm Octy and I made top at the Italian National. I was like X3 and I played the Flu. So let's go with the list. 3 Rubina, 3 Eglin, and the strange ratio is 2-3. I'm a huge fan of the second Toucan, but Droll isn't in the meta, so I think 2-3 is better now. So you can play when you draw Stree and Eglin, which you cannot do when you draw Eglin and Toucan. I was playing 2 Ampen. I also like 3 Ampen, but I hadn't the space. 1 Apex, 1 Raiza and 3 Shifter, which I didn't draw a lot, and I drew them against decks in which they were not so impactful. Then I was playing 6 spots, 3 Prosperity and 3 Duality. I didn't have space for Extravagance, which I like, but in this list I didn't have space. I was playing 3 maps and the 4th one, and 3 Advents. For the last Floowandereeze spell I was playing 1 Unexplored Winds. Then I played 2 Cowries. I think 5 is the correct number because you have 3 quick spell of Floowandereeze and 2 of the new one, so you can dodge Impermanent Veil, and 1 Call Buy for the Entraps. Finally, I decided to play River in the main because it helps both going second or going first against Snake Eye and against a lot of other options. Even against decks which are monotype like Tempai or Purely, it can be good because like Tempai a lot of time special summons Fairy as they first move, so you lock them into Psychic and they have to go in battle to out a River to play. So against Purely you can prevent a Zeus from coming into play because you lock them in Fairies. Then 2 Trust, and the Trust targets 1 Dark Ruler, 1 Evenly, 1 Town and 1 Featherstorm. I decided to play Trust because the last big event I played like 3 Harpies Featherstorm, which they were good when I went first, and they were also good when I went second, but Tactics is the same thing, but it's better when you go second, because if you draw Harpies Featherstorm, it's not flexible, while Trust can be flexible because going second, your opponent will always activate some monster effects. And I think 1 Evenly and 1 Dark Ruler is enough because the Floowandereeze engine is very strong and you can break boards only by engine a lot of times. So with the extra 1 Nibiru token, and I played 1 Anima and 1 Darch, 1 Almirage for the fire lines with Ita, 1 SP, Celine and Access Code. This tournament I never summoned from the extra deck, but at the Italian Open I outed the Blackwing immune monster with Access Code, so it's important to out immune stuff. The Goddess for the same reason, 1 Lyrilusk, 1 Fucho, 1 Downer deck, 2 Zeus and 2 Typhoon. Only 1 Typhoon could be enough, but I think 2 is better because if this deck goes into extra deck, a lot of times is to summon Typhoon, so 2 is better than 1. You have space, so why not playing 2? For the side deck, for the going first stuff, I used to play the other 2 Harpies Featherstorm, 1 Different Dimension Ground and 1 Debarrier. These 2 are for when you are ashed on Rubina, so you can go Trust into set something which is not Harpies Featherstorm because you wouldn't have the Wind monster to activate it. So like against Snake Eye, if they ash my Rubina and I cannot chain lock it, I will go Trust, set a Different Dimension Ground, and they are under Shifter for 1 turn and they cannot OTK me. While this is for like Voiceless or other stuff that dies from the barrier, for the same reason if I get ashed on Rubina. Then another Trust target, Herald of the Abyss for the Purely matchup. And then for going second stuff, 3 Cosmic. I really like Cosmic, it helps a lot against Centurion, Labyrinth and Runic because I think 3 is pretty mandatory. Then 2 Lightning Storm, very strong against the Snake Eye because after you evenly them, you either do Lightning Storm to clear the back row if they left 1 card, or the Apollousa which they make, or even if you Dark Ruler them, you can always do Lightning Storm to clear the back row. So it's very flexible and I love them. And Duster, which helped me won a matchup against Tempai, in which he went first and did the seal and set 4 pass, and I dustered him to death. and I won from there. Duster was very strong this tournament. I was thinking on cutting them, but after this tournament I would never cut the Duster. And the last card were the other 2 Dark Ruler and the other 2 Evenly. I was very happy with the deck list. Like the matches I lost were because my opponent opened like 4 Entraps, normal Hydra or something like that. I couldn't win in any case. Like I lost to the non-engine of the opponent and not to the engine. So anyway, I'm really happy with the performance of the deck.